Dear students, in this lecture video we studied about the definition of power factor, disadvantages and causes of low power factor. First we studied about the definition of power factor. The power factor of the circuit can be defined in three ways. The first way for the definition of power factor is the power factor is defined as cosine of angle between voltage and current. Now you see the phasor diagram. Voltage is the reference vector. Current lags behind the voltage by an angle pi. So the vertical component is I sin pi, the horizontal component I cos pi. That means the current I consists of two components. Okay. So the power factor is the cosine of angle between voltage and current. You already studied in the basic electrical engineering subject in first semester. So therefore, first definition, power factor equal to cos pi, that is equal to cosine of angle between V and I. Then the second definition, the power factor is defined as the ratio of resistance to the impedance, that is R by Z. Power factor which is denoted by cos pi, that is the ratio of resistance to the impedance R by Z. Now you see this triangle is called as a impedance triangle. Resistance, reactance, impedance, the angle is pi. So the cos pi means that is the adjacent side divided by hypotenuse only. So that's a resistance divided by impedance, that is equal to R by S. This is the one of the definition of power factor. What is the third definition of power factor? Now you see the triangle. This is the power triangle. So adjacent side real power which is denoted by capital P. The opposite side is nothing but the reactive power, that is Q. The hypotenuse is the apparent power which is denoted by capital S. So the definition of the power factor is nothing but the ratio of active power to the apparent power. Active power is denoted by capital P, the apparent power is denoted by capital S. Therefore the power factor cos pi equal to active power divided by apparent power, that is equal to P by S. This is getting from the power triangle. This is the three definition of the power factor. Now we studied about the disadvantages of low power factor. I already told if the power factor is not maintained, that is a 0.85 to 95. Otherwise, if less than 0.85 means the consumers consume, that means more reactive power. So that's why the losses also more. The consumers will pay several thousands of the amount to the supplier, that is electricity board. So to avoid this, every consumers use the power factor improvement devices. Now we studied what is the disadvantages of low power factor. The first one is the large kVA rating of the equipment. kVA means what? Apparent power, kilovolt ampere. From the triangle, kVA is equal to what? Real power divided by power factor. Real power represented in terms of kW. Power factor is represented by cos pi. So therefore the kVA apparent power equal to kW divided by cos pi. What are the equipments is rated in kVA? Alternators, that is AC generator or synchronous generators, transformers, switch gear. These electrical equipments is represented in terms of kVA. The kVA rating is inversely proportional to power factor. From the formula you can see the kVA is inversely proportional to power factor. If the power factor is small, the rating of the kVA rating of the machine is high. If the power factor is high, the rating of the machine reduces. So therefore, if the low power factor, the rating of the equipment is more. So therefore, the equipment charge also high. So the expensive also high only. This is the first disadvantages of low power factor. The second disadvantage is greater conductor size. The conductor size is greater because to transmit or to distribute the fixed amount of the power at constant voltage, the conductor will have to carry the more current at a low power factor. That's why if the current more means the conductor size also increased. So that is greater size. I explained with the help of one example. We can take a single phase AC motor. The input is 10 kilowatt. The load is full load. The terminal voltage is 250 volt. The power factor is unity. Okay, that time we can calculate the current. Current is equal to, what is the formula? kVA divided by, that means that is the kW. So because power factor from the triangle, the power factor is nothing but what? That is the this is the 10 kW. So 10 divided by 250 volt in a unity power factor. So the current I is equal to, that is actually power P is equal to VI cos phi. So therefore I equal to P divided by V cos phi only. P is equal to 10 kilowatt, 10 into 10 to the power 3, divided by voltage is 250, power factor is unity 1. So therefore 10,000 divided by 250 into 1, that is 40 amps. This is the unity power factor, the load current, full load current. Then suppose the power factor is 0.8 power factor. The 0.8 power factor means, what is the kVA input? That is the apparent power, kilovolt ampere input, 10 divided by 0.8. Already from the triangle only we know the formula. kVA is equal to what? kW divided by power factor means cos phi. So kW is 10, then the power factor is 0.8. Power factor is 0.8, that is equal to 12.5 is the kVA rating. Then what is the current input? Current input is nothing but that is the power. 12.5 means 12,500 divided by the voltage, that is equal to 50 amps. So the motor is worked at low power factor 0.8 means the cross sectional area of the cable as well as the motor conductors based on the load current, that means 50 amps instead of 40 amps. Because the unity power factor only the current is 40 amps. If the power factor reduced from unity to 0.8, the current increased from 40 to 50. So the current increases means the size of the conductor also increases. Okay, so this is the greater conductor size. Students, I hope you understand from the example how the conductor size increases based on the low power factor. This is the second advantages. The third advantage is nothing but the large copper loss. The power factor, that means low means current is high. Copper loss is nothing but what? I squared R. So the current increases. So therefore the copper losses increases. Okay, this result what? Poor efficiency. And because efficiency is equal to what? Output divided by input into 100. So the input is nothing but what? Output plus total losses. The total losses is nothing but what? Copper losses plus iron losses. Okay, iron losses. If the copper losses increase, because the efficiency is inversely proportional to total losses. If the losses increases, the efficiency decreases. That's why I am telling poor efficiency. If the power factor is low, current increases, the copper loss I squared R increases, so therefore the efficiency decreases. If efficiency decreases means the lifetime of the machine also decreases. Then next, poor voltage regulation. You already know the voltage regulation. What is the formula? The percentage of voltage regulation equal to E naught minus V divided by V into 100. Otherwise E minus V divided by 100. E naught or E is nothing but the no load voltage. V is the rated voltage or full load voltage. So if the power factor is low, the current is high, so therefore the greater voltage drop in alternator, transformers, transmission lines, distributors. You already know now, you are conducting load test in the lab experiments. If the load increases, load current increases, but the drop in voltage, the same logic you can applied here. So therefore low power factor, large current, voltage drop is there. So the voltage decreases, so at the supply end, so therefore the impairing the performance of the utilization device. So therefore the receiving end voltage within the permissible limit, the extra equipment is required. That means you have to boost the voltage. We are using the voltage regulator. The voltage regulator is used to regulate the voltage at the receiving end due to the voltage drop. The voltage drop occurs due to low power factor only. So therefore this is the another disadvantages. Then the last disadvantages is reduced handling capacity of the system. The lagging power factor reduces the handling capacity of the all the elements of the power system, because the reactive component of the current, because lagging power factor means reactance. Two reactance is there, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance. Okay, so the inductive reactance XL means lagging power factor, the capacitive reactance XC means leading power factor. Here we are considering lagging power factor. It is used to reduce the handling capacity of all the equipments of the power system, because the reactive component, the current, prevents the full utilization of the installed capacity. Already the low power factor is nothing but what is the objectionable features in the power system only. So therefore the undesirable effect of the operating low load at low power factor is due to the large current required for the low power factor. So the power factor is low, the current is high, so therefore that means what, the current, that is the reactive component of the current. What is the reactive component? So the current to component, to active component is I cos pi, reactive component is I sin pi. This is the reactive component. So the reactive component of the current I sin pi prevent the full utilization of the installed capacitance. Therefore that means the low power factor means the handling capacity of the power system is reduced. So these are the disadvantages of low power factor. Totally 5 disadvantages. But second I recall, the first disadvantages is large kVA rating of the equipment. Second one is greater conductor size. Third one is large copper loss. Fourth one is poor voltage regulation. Fifth one is reduced handling capacity of the system. Now we studied about the what are the important disadvantages of the low power factor is that is the high current required. Okay, because power factor low means current increases, so therefore high current required by the equipment. Another thing and all, at low power factor means current is high, so therefore the copper losses also increases and then efficiency reduces. Then again high current, that means it will cause large voltage drop in the apparatus. That's why we are getting the poor voltage regulation. And because the voltage regulation formula E minus V divided by V into 100 only. So therefore the voltage that is reduces means what is the regulation also very low. And then last one is both capital and running costs increases because of low power factor. Because the rating of the equipment increases. Another thing, poor regulation means we have to maintaining purpose extra equipment, that is like voltage regulator is required to maintain the voltage at receiving end. So therefore the capital cost and running cost are increased. So these are the important disadvantages of low power factor. Okay, then now we studied about the causes of low power factor. The low power factor is the economical point of the view, okay, in the power system. So therefore then we can maintain the power factor not less than 0.8. That is very very important. Less than 0.8 only is considered as a low power factor. You can see if the AC motor, that is the induction type, then that is a 3-phase or single phase induction motor. Induction motor means lagging power factor only. So therefore low lagging power factor. The single phase or 3-phase induction motor having low lagging power factor. These motors work at power factor is extremely small on light load, that is 0.2 0.3, and it raises 0.8 or 0.9 at full load only. This is the causes. If the arc lamp, electric discharge lamp, industrial heat furnaces, the electric discharge lamp, arc lamp, we are using the street light also. So industrial heating furnaces, okay, the boiler like this can operate at low lagging power factor only. And then the load on the power system is varying, it's not a constant for entire the day. So therefore, for example, during morning the load is high, okay, so the evening also the load is high. And then the load, that means low at other times except morning and evening, the load is low. Morning and evening the load is high. And then during low load period the supply voltage is increased. So therefore which is used to increases the magnetizing current only. So therefore what is the result? Decrease the power factor. Okay, so the power factor decreases means what is the power, okay, also reduces, so therefore the efficiency also reduces. These are the causes of low power factor. Dear student, in this lecture video you clearly understood the what is the definition of power factor, that is 3 definitions of the power factor. Then what are the disadvantages of low power factor, why we have to improve the power factor, why we have to maintain the power factor. Then we know the disadvantages of low power factor. Then what are the causes for low power factor? If we know the causes, then only we can rectify the problems. So we can know the causes of low power factor also. Under this topic, how the question will come, write short notes on or explain the disadvantages and the causes of low power factor. So 6 marks only. Thank you student for watching this video.